Hey y'all, it's your girl KB, and the B is for Bobby Butte, not beauty, just Butte. I am in the process of trying to sell my pre-pandemic house that I got when I was 25 years old in 2025. So let's get into it. Now, unlike a lot of people that bought their house pre-COVID or around COVID, my interest rate is not one of the 1 point or even 2 point or even 3 point. My interest, well, let me just say, I bought this house in 2019, September of 2019. And if you remember, I think it was March of 2020. So if I just would have waited 6 months, and I remember the day that I left the office and just hearing and knowing of like, oh, we'll be back in a couple weeks. And I was stuck in this house. Now I am grateful that I had the house because it's a beautiful house, beautiful gowns, beautiful gowns. But here it is. I had bought this house. It is located in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I shared a video when I was in the process of buying this house on my channel. So I'll link it either down below or, up here. But of course, this is the craziest time that we have ever seen. Well, not ever, but a really crazy time in this country. And I am stuck in this house. But anyways, the interest rate on my house is 4.25% because I know that's something that people always talk about. So let's rewind a little bit and I'll give you a quick little backstory. So when I graduated college, I knew that I wanted to be a homeowner. So I was just thinking in my head, like I really wanted to do it when I was 23 because I had gotten my first corporate job and I was living in Charlotte, North Carolina. And I was just like kind of envisioning, creating my vision board I remember even reaching out to some realtors and lenders to just say like, here's what I'm making. And at the time I was really bold because it was only $40,000. But I was like, I'm going to be a homeowner. I'm not raising my son in no apartment for forever. So I was kind of planting the seeds, like really early. And also, people in my house have bought houses and owned homes for a while. So I knew that I kind of wanted to raise my son in a stable place. And also, I think that there's a lot of pride that comes with home ownership for me specifically. I know some people feel like there's not, but that ain't this and this ain't that. So I knew that I really wanted to buy a house. So I was trying to figure out, what do I need to do to qualify for some down payment assistance programs? How much do I need to save? What does my debt to income ratio look like? Because at the time I wasn't really in that much credit card debt, but I had student loans. And I think maybe I had a little bit left on a car loan. So I was in debt. But then fast forward a year and some change later, I'm now living in Minneapolis, Minnesota, and I got a job making $20,000 more than I was making. So I was like, okay, this is it. I moved into another one bedroom apartment and I kind of created a studio from the like living room, dining room area, and then my son had the bedroom. So I made a huge sacrifice instead of getting a 2 bedroom apartment so that I can save that extra, like $400 or $500 a month, and also be working and saving. I was posting on YouTube. I think at the time maybe I was still crocheting, just like really hustling, trying to save money to be able to buy a house. So it comes time for me to feel like I'm ready to like dive into it. And I find this like amazing black woman realtor. Her name is Lasha Raditz. She is like the best realtor that you will ever find, but she's only in Minnesota, unfortunately. So if you're in Minnesota looking for a house, that's your girl, okay? It's your girl. That's your girl. Because when I tell you from then up until now, like the way that she hustles, the way that she fights, the way that she negotiates, and it's just like there for you as a client. It is amazing. So, anyways, I find her, and I think she partnered me with the lender, but I was looking into like the down payment assistance programs, and I ended up finding one. I don't really remember the specifics, but I know that I had to bring, I think it was $8,000 to the table, and then the down payment assistance was probably $6,000. I bought the house it was on the market for $225,000. I think I offered 228, and then something about a 3%. I don't remember, but the house was mine in September of 2019, and I was just the happiest girl in the world because a homeowner at 25 and a single mom, like. Period. Yes, clock it. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
You're not getting it. It's not clocking to you. It's not clocking to you that I'm standing on business, is it?
Yeah, big business, okay? And this ain't no small house. This is a 4 bedroom, 2 bathroom. It was like fully updated stainless steel appliances. I loved everything about the house. But again, COVID hit not too long after. I'm living in Minnesota by myself. I don't have any family here. I barely have any friends. I'm here for a career. And at the time, I felt like I wasn't really getting the job opportunities that I should be getting. So it was like, I'm leaving this house. I really didn't want to because I had emotional ties to the house. Like I said, I really saw myself being there for at least 5 to 10 years. But I left the house, I rented it out, and I've been renting it out for the past, ever since I left in 2019 up until now. So I guess no, I left in 2021. So for the past 4 years. And I've had three tenants, quite a few horror stories. A couple horror stories actually. I would say I had like fair tenants. They took care of the house. It wasn't anything too extreme. I didn't have to go out there, no holes in the walls. Nothing too crazy. If you follow me on Instagram and TikTok, which you should, you know that I kind of like, we didn't really get into it, but I was asking my tenants. I knew that I wanted to sell the house because it was just getting to be too much. I had some issues with the property managers out there, and it's so far away. If I felt like confident about being a landlord in such a long distance, then I would maintain it. But I think right now my priorities are to get something closer. So that's another one of the reasons why I'm selling it beyond the financial aspect. But I ended up asking my tenants, like what would it take for them to leave? So we kind of negotiate. Well, at the last minute, we negotiated something. So they ended up leaving, and the house has been on the market for a month now. It's still on the market, but I just got an offer a few days ago, and it's a really good offer. So the house was put on the market at 269.9, and it was on the market for, like I said, like 3.5 weeks, and then my realtor Lasha reached out to me and said, hey, it's time for a price reduction. But before then, I felt like I didn't know why we even needed a price reduction. Well, obviously we needed one because we didn't have an offer. But the people that would come like ask for showings and view the house, they all had good reviews. They loved the house. They said that the price was just right. But they just didn't put an offer in. So we kind of wanted to, like get a move on it and boost up whatever it might take for someone to say, okay, this is a little bit more of my budget, because times are hard right now. People might not have $270,000. So we bring it down $10,000 to 259.9, and we got an offer. So I don't remember the offer details specifically. I think it was 259, but then they wanted 3% closing costs, which is like six almost $7,000. And I had gotten pretty excited about the net sheet, which is what a realtor will send you to break down how much you'll be receiving. So again, I shared these numbers on Instagram, and I'll actually post a video here. I'm about to sell my house and make $70,000. Let's go through the numbers. Right now, I owe the bank a little less than $198,000. A realtor sent me a breakdown of the fees that I'll have to pay due to selling the house, and the first one is a special assessment search fee of $45. Then we do have the realtor's commission, which I do have to pay both of them, but she did bring it down to 5% from 6%. So that is $67.47 per realtor. Pay a broker admin fee, and that is $599. The closing fee is $700, and the state deed tax is $917. I also have to pay a recording fee that's $45 and a conservation fee of $5. And I also mentioned that I had a down payment assistance program when I bought this house that was $8,000, but I believe during COVID they said they were going to waive it. They said they were going to waive it. So hopefully they let me off and I don't have to give the $8,000 back. Also during COVID, when I was trying to purchase the house that I'm currently in, I deferred part of my loan and put it on the back end. So I think it's about $6,000 that I also had to give back. So after I done paid Lottie Dottie and everybody, this is what I could potentially walk away with, which is a good amount. Thank you. Especially since if I had been renting for the past 6 years, I would be getting $0. So I was excited because here it is. It's like I've never had $50,000 in my bank account. Like, yes, what she say? I need that money. So I was excited. I kind of got my hopes up for that. But then, of course, once you bring the price down, then your net profit comes down. So now I think I'm looking at somewhere at around $40,000, which is still amazing. That is a good amount. That's somebody's salary. That's probably like a lot of people's salary. I'm still feeling pretty grateful, but I just got some unfortunate news the other day that after they got the inspection done, something horrible came back on the inspection, and I actually need to reach out to my realtor now because they got their inspection done, and it came back that there is a sewer line leak right before the pipe hits the city's line. So it's like, go figure that it would be just, it would be my side, of course. So she was telling me that she has seen these things cost, twelve to $15,000, which I don't have. I'm not rich. Hello. That's why I'm talking to y'all on here, because I'm trying to make a little extra coin, and also I like doing it. But I'm like, okay, so push come to shove, like we send everything out, we try to get a bid and estimate to see how much this is going to cost. But these are the things of home ownership that you have to consider, that I have considered, but I never thought about a $15,000 repair. I just didn't. I know here in Maryland we do have something called Home Serve, and I actually need to look into that because it will cover things like that when your homeowner's insurance does not. So speaking of, I did try to file a claim with my homeowner's insurance just to say like, hey, I'm having this issue and it's not covered. The only thing that they would cover is maybe like the floors or anything that was damaged in the house. But then also the deductible is $2,500. So it's like, if it's going to cost me less to fix this by myself, I might as well not file a claim, because then you're going to go up on my premium most likely, and I'm going to have to pay more every month. That's where I stand right now. I will surely come back and let you guys know what happens if I can get this house sold. I don't really want to get another tenant, but if I have to, I will. I really want to get it sold because, like I said, I just want it off my plate. And yeah, I need that check, because where we're going in this economy, like, I need a little cushion. I need a little savings account. I'm trying to pay off my debt. If you've been following me for a while, then you already know what the vibes are. I've been trying my best not to be emotional about it, because it's an investment. As soon as I decided to leave, it became an investment. Like, you can't be sentimental about investments, because that's when you go wrong. You got to be smart. You got to look at the numbers. You got to think critically about, like I said, where we stand right now, where we're headed. And I just thought it was the best decision for me. So stay tuned for an update. Subscribe to the channel. Like I said, follow me on TikTok on Instagram. And look out for the shorts too, because I typically, it's easier for me to post there. But I can't say that my home ownership journey is coming to an end, because this house that I'm currently sitting in, when people act funny when I say I own it, because like, oh no, the bank owns it. My name is on it. Okay. So I'm also excited about like what I'm gonna do with some of those proceeds, because I was thinking about buying another house and downsizing. But I don't know. Like I said, just stay tuned. Stay tuned. Stay tuned. Subscribe, and I'll talk to you on the next video. Ciao.